All right, I'm going to do a song for you now. The story behind this one is I went to the Gamble Rogers Festival the first year they had it, and I adopted a stage, took it over. Nobody was running it. Bob Patterson has put equipment there. It's called the Florida Stage. I took it over, and I got to know the festival, and I found out about Gamble. So on the way home, I stopped by Flagler Beach, Gamble Rogers State Park. And it was a blustery day. There was waves 6 foot high. And I sat there on the beach and I wrote a song about what I perceived to be one of the bravest acts anybody ever did in their lives. When Gamble Rogers, a man who was not in good health, he had a fused neck and his spine was not in good shape. He heard the call of a drowning man and he dove out in the water and tried to save him, and they both drowned. And I came back with the song the next year, played it at the festival, and Gamble's widow heard it and said, you know, we need a contest for songs about Gamble. And I helped inspire that. And then for 20 or so years, maybe 25 years, I played this song every year in the contest. I won it one year because it was a performance contest. You could play the same song. You could just tell a story about Gamble or do one of his pieces. But I chose to do my song every year, and it's been the only song I ever made any money. I bet I made $2,000 off this song. This is called Bravery. I was sitting down by the seaside, down at Flagler Beach, just watching the raging sea, and I was watching water churning, watching the white caps break. It's danger there I see, bad danger there I see. And then I get to thinking about when Gamble Rogers died, what I'd have done if I'd been in his shoes. I tried to picture someone out there calling out to me, and in that split second, what would I choose to do? You know, it's easy to say that you'd risk your life to try to save someone, but it's easier said than done, much easier said than done. Well, Gamble proved his mettle when he went to save that man, a man he'd never met. There was a man that he'd never met. Gamble and that drowning man both lost their lives that day. There's no mercy in a riptide's hold. If you try to swim against it, you will soon lose all your strength. Then you'll wind up in a grave, deep and cold. You know, Gamble was an amazing man. He could make his guitar sing and told stories from his soul. In the aisles he'd make you roll. Now his name will live forever in story and in song. His legacy lives on. I know his legacy lives on. Now there's a little bit of Gamble in this song you hear today. I'm sure he'll show up in so many more. You can hear him in the rhythm of the ocean's pounding surf, and you can see him in the sunrise at the shore. If you're ever traveling down Florida's A1A, when the wind is blowing hard, when the wind is blowing real hard, stop and see the place where Gamble gave his life unselfishly, and only then you'll see, only then you'll see his bravery, real bravery. Thank you. And if you get a chance, go up to the Gamble Rogers Music Festival. Takes place in April these days.